Hello, I'm Matt Guff from house.com, and I just got a new setup. I actually did 2 unboxing videos of the Now Drive Jeremy Jones bindings and the Yes Basics snowboard. This is going to be one of my setups for the season, and I'm actually really stoked to get on this stuff and rip. But I wanted to show you guys kind of how I set up my board, from everything from just mounting the bindings to kind of like everything in between, putting the stickers on, and kind of everything I do when I get a deck, like kind of right away. First off, the basics board is a pretty simple deck. True twin, center stance, biax fiberglass, poplar wood core, underbite edges, and has a little bit of rocker on the nose and tail, so the contact points are raised up. Otherwise, I'd probably kind of detune these things. I don't think I'm going to do that right now, actually. And then I'm going to combine that with these pretty stiff Now bindings. They have like skate technology. They actually have a little pivot system that helps to rock this thing back and forth. Because the board is a bit softer and the bindings are a bit stiffer, I'm going to put on the softest style bushings that come with the Now binding. So now they come with some stiff ones. They come with some soft ones, and spend a little bit of time on some Now bindings. But I'm actually really stoked to spend a lot of time on them. So the biggest thing that I tend to do right away is find out what the reference stance is, and then base my stance on what the reference stance is. Usually when I ride like a 22.5 width, and the width of your stance is measured by the center of the disc of your binding to the other center of your disc, okay? It's not from the inside of the medial section of the binding, it's not from the lateral, it's from the center of where your disc is and where it rests over the top of your insert packs. Now, this board, the Yes Basics, features what's called a 2x4 insert. The inserts are really close together, but the reference stance on this thing is 23 inches. So I could use basically the two middle inserts and then go about just a little bit in to be 22.5 inches wide. I could try to just throw it on 23, but I'm gonna go 22.5. Easy part with the Now Drive bindings, they have this huge footbed, and all you have to do is just basically lift that footbed up for the disc system. The disc has little notches on it, and you'll be able to determine kind of what your angles are by the numbers on the disc and the little indicator of telling you what degree the disc is at on the basement, which is kind of cool. But for the most part, my front foot, I'm goofy foot, so I ride that direction down the hill. My front foot is usually about 12 degrees. In disc bindings, the degree increments go by multiples of 3, so 3, 6, 9, 12, et cetera, 15, blah, blah, blah. I usually don't go much more than 12 now on my front foot, and I go back about 3 on my back foot. So the wider that you go, the more strain you have on your MCL on the inside of your knees, and my back knee is kind of funny, so I just go a little bit. Some riders, if they're more directional ride or all mountain riders, sometimes will go like a harsher degree on their front foot, like a 21, and then do a positive on their back foot, like a 9. That's actually Terrier's old stance, I believe, 21.9. But now on this board, I'm going to go 12 and then 3. Pretty easy to do. Just kind of set the bindings where I think it's going to be best for me. Cool. This is a wide board, so I have a size 11 boot, and the waist width on this is like a 26 or 26.1 or so, which is actually pretty nice. So generally, I put my bindings where I think they're going to go, and then I measure center to center to know whether or not that's right. Yes. So generally, I kind of put the bindings there, kind of feel it out. Sometimes I'll stand behind it to see if that looks about right. That looks about right. And then I'll just start mounting. Use a number. This is a number 3 Phillips. That's the biggest one, and tighten them on. And generally when I'm mounting them, I'll tighten each screw just lightly. And then I'll kind of go in a kind of cross pattern until they're all really tight. Doesn't usually take too long. And I like actually using a screwdriver instead of a drill because you can kind of get the feel of it. Sometimes with a drill, you can just like go too hard almost and strip out your screws. It doesn't happen all the time, but if you don't watch out, I just like the feel of being able to tighten my own bindings by hand. Those are nice and snug. Make sure to check them out every time you go ride too. Make sure they don't get loosened up. It's a nice footbed. Don't really have any toe or heel overhang. If I did, I'd probably adjust the bindings towards my toe or my heel if there was a little bit of hang, but there's not, so that's good. Binding number 1, binding number 2. Woo! All right, so I'm set there. I have my stance already. Now generally, if I had the option to like rotate my high backs, I'd probably rotate my high backs. But I don't really have to with this. The now drives actually have a little bit of a wing on the medial sides or the lateral sides of where your bindings rest. So it kind of gives you a little bit more forward support and tail support, you know, if you're leaning over the top of your nose or your tail. And then another cool thing about these now drive bindings actually is they have kind of like a flip-flop ankle strap. So it's an asymmetrical style strap. Right now, the way that they come out of the box, they have a little bit more support on the lower section, but I can exchange that and change that from my left one to my right one, so I have a little bit more support along that top side, which is actually pretty dope. Then what I do next is basically put my stickers on, and there are some rules for stickers on your snowboard. First one, if you ride a yes board like this one, you put a yes sticker on your board. Don't put a Burton sticker on your yes board. That's the first thing. And usually you put stickers on brands that you support. So if you think Shell Gas is a cool company, hell, put a Shell Gas sticker on your board. I don't care. But there's a really big thing about placement. This is kind of etiquette. There's no right and wrong. This is what I would generally do. Don't put stickers in between your feet. Like, because when you're unstrapped, your foot is going to go there, and you're going to kick your stickers off. Just don't put any stickers in the middle of your board, in between your bindings. Put them on the nose and the tail. But with that being said, you don't just put a random ass sticker on your nose way up there or on your tail way over there. You start closest to your bindings, and then you work towards the tips. That's just how it works, guys. Just do that. So I have a couple stickers that I'm going to put on. I've got 2 house stickers. Duh. And I've got some Thrash Camp stickers. And that's all I'm going to put on for right now. Thrash Camp is a fun little weekend snowboard camps for kids. I'm going to put those babies on, and that's kind of it. Maybe I'll add some later, and I can do that, but I'm going to add them close to my bindings and gradually work my way out. So we're going to start there. So, you know, and another thing too, remember, your board's going to look the way it's going to look for the season. So make sure you put your stickers on once. Don't just stick them on and just hope for the best. Kind of give them a nice little layout like that. So that's my layout. That's what I'm sticking with. Get it? Because they're stickers. Also, this is a die cut sticker. Sometimes you'll have die cut stickers. That means that there's a back thing that's not sticky and the top thing that is sticky. But notice that there's like this translucent film across the sticker, right? This is the tip. Put this baby down where you want it. Like so. Press all the air bubbles out, but that's not it. You have to peel the film off of the sticker. I see so many kids with die cut stickers. They got cool stickers on their board, but they don't peel the film off. You gotta, and go slow by the way. You gotta peel the film off so it looks good, just like that, right? Cool. Thrash Camp up next. Weekend snowboard camps for kids. Best thing in America. All right, so there it is. That's my sticker job for right now. It's kind of light, not going to lie. It's kind of light, but I like the contrast. The white and the black. That looks super good. Cool. The next thing. Stomp pads. The only stomp pads that I ride are crab grab because that guy Preston knows what's up. So shout out crab grab. I'm gonna do the bone one. I like the bone one. I'm gonna do a double bone. We got one of our shop guys, Isaac Parent. He's like, why don't you just make a crossbone? And I was like, Isaac Parent, that's the best thing you've said in your entire life. So that's that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do crossbones. Boom, crab grab. So the reason that you have stomp pads is for when you're not strapped in with your back foot, you can put your foot in between your bindings and not have your back foot slip around. That's why they're stomp pads. It kind of started out early in the days, of course, and then they gradually became uncool, and then crab grab came out and made them cool again. So I'm down with that. That's the long version of me setting up my bindings. And to be honest, that's like the dilemma that I will always gonna walk through. How I put my stickers on, how I put my stomp pad on. Thing is, kind of going into setting up your gear, kind of knowing what you want. I knew what my stance width was going to be. I knew what my stance angles were going to be. I've tested out a lot of different angles, and that's kind of like what I like riding right now. I think the best for this kind of board and binding setup. Kind of arrange my stickers, put a stomp pad on. I'm good to go. Right out of the box, stoked for this Yes Basics and these now drive bindings. It's gonna be a fun season on this thing. And you know what else I just noticed? The heel side edge has a black side ball, and the toe side edge has a white side ball. That's cool. Awesome. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Pro tips. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more videos there. Hopefully I'll see you guys on snow. Peace. That was way too long, dude. We can speed shit up, right?
Oh, totally.